Well, Southeast Asia's largest lender, of course, that is DBS, we're talking about, posting its first rebound in quarterly earnings since late 2019. We saw bad loan provisions fell by 99%. That paved the way for a record profit of 2 billion Singapore dollars. Let's get more analysis from our Bloomberg Intelligence senior analyst, Diksha Jira. Diksha, so what were your key takeaways looking across the numbers?
Yeah, hi, good morning. So the beat is very notable, especially because for those of us who followed DBS for over a decade, past few rate cycles, it was always a leverage play on interest rates, and this record beat comes at a point where rates are at their lows. It speaks to the diversity of revenue streams they've built, which is what contained the revenue decline from margins, and especially talking about the wealth and transactions. Loan momentum is encouraging, and most notably, asset quality seems to have held on track, which was the key risk given that we are not out of COVID yet.
Diksha, revenue, though, was still down more than 4%. What drove that, and how long will that take to recover?
So we had flagged that net interest margin drop versus the last year was going to be the biggest headwind for this quarter. The bright spot, though, is that sequentially margin has stabilized at 1.49%. And the base effect will fade off over the next 2 quarters because interest rates decline was very steep last year, if you recall. So we might see that taper off over the next 2 quarters mostly.
So we also saw 2 M&A deals back to back. That's Lakshmi Vilas Bank in India and now this 13% stake in China's Shenzhen Rural Commercial Bank. Is this kind of it for now, or is this just a sense of more of this type of growth to come?
So if you tie these 2 deals with their digital strategy, these assets basically allow DBS to gain scale in both these huge and growing markets. I would totally not be surprised if we see more smaller deals soon. A bigger deal where they need to come to market to raise capital, that would be a totally different matter. But we've highlighted in the past that DBS probably won't stop at Lakshmi Vilas Bank. It is very likely that they'd like to look at Citi's retail assets in India, especially because Piyush started his career there. He understands Citi in India and it ties with the kind of business that they want to do there too. With Shenzhen RCB, it's only a minority 13% stake, right? So it's likely that DBS will want to take on more as financial services liberalization happens in China. And that in our mind is one of the risks because, being stuck with the minority stake there for a while, just looking at the case of UOB's stake in Hengfeng. But yeah, I definitely think there's more to go.
Yeah, you mentioned UOB. So what do the numbers today from DBS actually tell us about what to expect from not only UOB, but OCBC next week as well?
Yes, I think it's a very encouraging set of numbers. And what it also means is that the wealth and especially the non-interest income side of the business for these 2 banks is something to watch out for. And asset quality trends largely look stable. So I think this is all positive for the other 2 banks as well.
Diksha Jira in Singapore, Bloomberg Intelligence senior analyst with a look ahead to those Singaporean lenders' results. Right, a mixed picture across markets in Asia, lacking clear direction. Let's turn to Sophie for what to watch. Soph.